Welcome everyone to Sip Tea with Senpais. Today's episode is Don't Tell Me to Smile, where we talk about our life in retail as well as just our lives in general, being black. So, first segment, retail health. Let's get started, y'all.
So, which one of y'all ladies want to go first to talk about how terrible our lives working in retail, customer services?
I got a billion stories about retail. I don't think I should go first, okay? This has been a long episode, okay?
All right, I go first. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all why we call this "Don't Tell Me to Smile." So, I work at a college bookstore, and I'm okay with it. I wish I could do better, but whatever. But there was one day we handle high school students as well who come to college. So it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. I've already dealt with a bunch of high school students that early, and I'm tired. It's 8. I've been there. I got there at 7:30, and I've been dealing with a bunch of high schoolers and their parents. This guy comes in, black man, and I'm not smiling because I'm tired. And so I was like, "Hi, sir." I'm polite though. I'm polite. I'm checking him out. He's like, "Why aren't you smiling?" And I just kind of look up at him and I'm like, "I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't smiling." He's like, "Yeah, smile for me." And I gave him the and I checked him out. But I was like, "Bruh, don't ever tell somebody to smile." Don't you tell me to smile. It's early in the morning. It's over here dark outside. Look like it's about to rain. And I done dealt with 20 high school students. I'm about to drop kick you over this counter.
I definitely had a day like that. I work at a fabric shop. And not only am I a cashier, but I also deal with like online orders. And so there was this one day we were just busy, overloaded with orders. And so I was running around the store trying to fulfill everybody's orders. I get stopped once in a while, but I'm still trying to hurry to help get all these orders down before the end of my shift. And I was in the middle. I had one order where it was just thousands of pieces of literally thousands of pieces of jewelry for one person. And so I was just sitting there like, I don't want to deal with jewelry anymore. And this old lady came up to me and she was like, "Excuse me." And I was just like, "How can I help you?" And she was like, "You're not gonna say good morning to me?" I was like, "Ma'am, I'm having a really long day." She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry you're having a long day, but I want to know about this one price on this item." And well, not everybody's everybody's ordering system is different. So with ours, if you go out of the order, you lose all the information you just put. And I was like, you can ask the lady down there. I was pointing to my manager. I was like, you can ask the lady down there for some help. I can't change my screen because if I do, I lose my orders. And she was like, "No, I don't feel like walking all the way down there." And I was, try to call for help. Nobody went into the radio, so I was like, fine, I'll one dang person and just get on with my day. And then she was like, "Oh, I hope you have a good rest of your day." And I'm glad I was wearing a mask because my face was just like,
I hope you trip.
I hope you trip. So, yeah. Wasn't a good day.
I was like, "Fuck you. Good morning. You can suck it."
Alexis, you got one? You got one, homie?
Nope. Y'all know my memory is terrible. So to come up with a story, that would take too much time.
Alexis is so lucky because she's like, "Look,
Lucky.
Let me.
Well, yeah, because I do a lot of temporary work, so I don't have much to pull from.
I'm gonna temporary that booty.
Yeah, didn't anybody just get on your nerves for like a second?
Oh, constantly. But that's just people. So and me not really wanting to be awake and working.
Spirit animal's a cat, so people exist. One thing I heard is a problem.
Oh no. So
For me, I've been in retail I worked in retail, because not now, but I worked in retail for like a solid 7 years, 5 to 7 years, different retail jobs and stuff like that. Um, I don't know why, for some odd reason, people feel like because you're at work, you're not a person. You're like less than a person. You're an object. So I've had plenty of experience, especially like when I became a manager. Which being a manager, you just feel like you're babysitting adults,
you
which
are.
sucks. Okay, yeah, like
True.
this one particular time, which I've talked about this with you ladies like outside of this before. This one particular time, like I had a guy walk up to me and he was like, excuse me, can you do your job and come over here and help me? Mind you, I had like 20 people in my line. I had 20 people. I'm a manager. I'm not even supposed to touch the cashier. I mean the cash register. And I had a cashier on the other end, also had tons of people. And I'm like, you want me to stop with these already impatient, angry other customers to go help you? I was like, sir, I can't. Like I can't do it. Well, then what's your corporate office's number? Because this is ridiculous. I was like, I'm sorry. Are you serious? And he was like, I'm on my break. You guys need to hurry this up. I was like, if you have a break from work, whatever the hell it is, and you go into a busy store, you don't think that's gonna eat up your break time? Right. So I'm supposed to care and like let you skip all these people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro,
make it make sense, homie. Like, make it make sense. Yo, there's the guy, like I said before, there's the guy who reported me because he was caught, because I caught him stealing, and he was like, I didn't have to be rude about it. I was like,
bro, you were
stealing. He's like, well, what's the corporate office's number?
I'm doing my job.
I was like, please call them. Please call corporate, bro. Please call corporate. Let them know I want an extra $20 an hour because I'm dealing with the stupidness I'm dealing with. Okay? Let them know I'm doing my job. Please let them know. He was like, it doesn't matter, that I'm stealing. You should still treat me better. I'm kicking you out. You're lucky I'm not over here dragging you out by your collar. Like, what is wrong with you? And he used to steal like every day. He would come back every single day. There's not one day that I was working there that I did not see that dude in my store. And I'm like, mind you, he would always like open these sodas and drink them. Those were one of the multiple things that he would like steal. I used to get so mad because he would always leave like this much left. And I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's no way. If you were actually one of the like needy people that you hear that steal from stores and stuff like that, like homeless people that might steal, you wouldn't waste no juice. What is wrong with you? And it was like, I'm telling you, it was always Sprite too. And my manager was annoyed with it. And they were like, Yahida, you need to be on him. You need to kick, like, you need to do something. You need to kick him out once you get the chance. I was like, just ban him from the store, bro. And they were like, no, you can't do that. He's still a customer. I was like, he never buys anything. He steals every time he comes in here. What do you mean? So I can't just ban him, or like immediately when he comes in, I can't kick him out. They're like, no, you have to wait for him to steal something first.
Wow.
That's so backwards.
That is so backwards.
Makes sense, Jesus. Like, I was so angry. And, like, of course, you, like, being in retail, you're going to have those customers. You are going to. But sometimes, like, you just want to sit here and be like, they need to put a policy where you can scrap with one customer every month, okay? One customer. I would be so angry because, like, watch it be like once a month and then somebody's like one day before that month. Yeah. I would be like, yo, my break's in 15 minutes, square up. Like, they really be trying me. Like, okay, as you guys know, like, I'm a person of mixed nature. I am both Spanish and African American. I really had a lady look at me. She was a Hispanic lady. She looked at me. She talked to me in Spanish. I talked to her back in Spanish. And then she was like, do you mind if I take this? I was like, no. I mean, I've never heard somebody ask to steal something, so I guess for asking how to buy, but no.
That's strange.
That is really strange.
Mind you, I've seen this lady multiple times at that job. At that job, She brought her kid in. Baddest little kid I've ever seen in my goddamn life. He's just knocking stuff off shelves. He's opening like toys, and she's just looking at him, and she's like, "Don't do that."
I hate parents like that.
Like, why are you doing
I
that?
was like, get your kid. Get your kid. And then she's like, "Wow, you're just so racist." I was like, I'm racist because your son is damaging products in my store that I now have to go back, pick all of this stuff up, and everything he damaged and broke, because he also went down the smell good aisle. So those glass candles knocked him on the floor. So I was like, I'm about to risk cutting myself, and I have to sit here and like comp out all of these things that he just destroyed. And you asked to steal something some weeks ago, like.
That is so
she
weird.
really called corporate and told them that I was racist. And I was like, are you serious? And I'm telling you, like, that I don't like that. Okay, I do not like that. I've been called racist because I stopped people from stealing. That's happened multiple times at my job.
That's horrible.
So here's the
thing. I'm just like, hand it over and get out.
So
I try not to call the police on people. I understand, like, you know, you just might not have been in your right mind that particular day. I don't want to immediately resort to calling the police on you. Like, let me just get my item and get out, or pay for whatever you broke and get out.
So here's the thing. Something like that happened. I wasn't privy to it, but it happened to one of my employees, like during one year. I want to say it was maybe a year ago. So we had a pretty beginning of the semester, and I had this Latino girl working for me that semester, and her and I want to say 3 other students were putting together all this paperwork at the front of the store. I'm over here handling other customers, and I distinctly remember this guy. He was in a wheelchair, and he had a caretaker with him. It was a white guy in a wheelchair, and his caretaker was black. His caretaker was with me trying to finish up his checkout, and he rolled over towards where they were sitting at, and I'm not paying attention to anything. I'm over here doing whatever I need to do. So I finished the transaction, and the 2 of them leave. I had noticed he had moved over by the door, and I was like, okay, so he moved over. It wasn't until the end of the day that my worker came over, and she told me this guy had come over and asked them where the bus stop was. They couldn't hear him because it was so loud in the store. And so they asked him, what did you say? And he said, I think he was on the phone at the time. And he says, oh, never mind. They're Mexican. They don't understand what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And then that's when I finished the transaction, and his caretaker went over to him, and they left the store. I had never been so pissed off in my life. I was like, yo, wait a minute, what?
You know what?
And they hadn't told anybody because they didn't know how to react. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, I wasn't mad at them. I was like, yo, okay, let me go tell my boss, so that way the next time he comes in here, y'all can get cut. He can get kicked out, because no, I'm not having that happen to my employees. I'm like, yes, all y'all aggravate me because y'all new, but y'all are learning new things. But that's just how it goes. You think I'm gonna stand here and let y'all be racist to my employees? Everybody who work here is either black, Latino, or some other kind of minority. They're like 3 white people, and they're our bosses. That's it, and they stay in the back. Who do you think you are?
You know, I've had customers that were so bad they got on other customers' nerves.
Oh,
like.
wow.
When at my particular at this one like retail job where I was the manager, like I said, like I had a cashier. My cashier would predominantly be up there by themselves unless they need help, and then they would either call me over the intercom or they would like ring the bell. So they rung the bell. They had a long line. I think this was like 4th of July, and so I was like, okay, I opened up my register and I like break up the line in order, okay? So I split everybody evenly, and I told like the next person in line, I was like, yo, since you're next, you come up here, you come to my register, and I'll take like everybody on that side. And I'm quick. I am quick with ringing people up. got you out because I don't like people. Okay, I don't like customers. Right? Because y'all always here tearing up everything, and I gotta clean it. So I was getting everybody out, and I had this one lady go, "Excuse me, why are you ringing them up before me?" This woman is like the third to last person, and there's like 7 people in front of her just in my line alone. She's like, "Why would you not ring me up?" Before I could respond, because I was so ready to just slap her, okay? Before I could respond, the lady I was like ringing up looked at her and she was like, "Cause I was next, what do you mean?" And these two started going at it. She's like, "Girl, you playing with the right one." She's like, "I'll drop you up in here." I was like, and you know what? Usually I'd be like, "Hey, y'all fighting? Take it outside." There's that inner woman or person in me, like everybody, because humans are naturally nosy. I was like, "Beat that ass." Bet you won't slap her though. Like,
you don't understand how many times I've had to say to myself with rude customers, "I hope you step on a Lego for the rest of the week." I had one rude woman who was so rude to me. I was like, "I hope you fail your class if you came here to get goggles for it."
Hold on, now that's
she saw me trying to handle this guy, and he was taking forever. That's true. But I can't stop, and I'm the only person up there. So you want to like be rude and be mean and stuff like that, girl? I hope you fail that biology course that you're getting these goggles for. That's why you got kicked out in the first place, because you forgot your stuff.
But I guess the one silver lining about retail I've had is just like
discounts.
We're like, okay, where the customer see you're having a bad time with this one customer, and they'll actually back you up. Like at my job, it was around the time I first started working there. I had a lady that had a bunch of sales stuff, and she was trying to use a coupon, and I'm like, "Ma'am, you can't use a coupon. Everything you have is on sale or on clearance." And so she was like yelling at me, "You're the worst cashier ever." And it got so bad, like you can literally, and this was before we had to wear masks and stuff, you can literally see my reaction just go, "I don't want to be here. I just want to be at the next customer." And just out of the blue, somebody like further back in the line, she's like, "You need to stop yelling at this young lady. She treat everybody perfect. You need to get out the dang store or get on with your stuff." And I was just like, "Oh my god, that is so nice. That is so sweet."
Oh no, one time I got to participate in a sting operation.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Hold on.
So, it was awesome. I'm like, we're gonna fight. It was pretty sick. Okay, so for the past couple days, I had noticed these 3 guys coming to the store. They were using their student cards to buy really expensive stuff. Beats headphones mostly, Beats speakers. One guy bought a laptop. And I was like, these guys have come into the store like 3 different times, buying all this super expensive stuff. And the thing is, the Beats headphones do not move. They are so expensive, most people just didn't get them. So they would just kind of just sit there. And you get maybe 1 or 2 people buying them. This nigga bought 3 different pieces. So I went all the way to my top boss. I told her, "Yo, there's these guys coming into the store buying all the super expensive stuff. I'm worried. I didn't know who to go to." She was like, "Okay, we did actually just hear about this student who lost her, who had her credit card stolen and had an enormous amount of charges on it and put onto someone's Laker card, but we couldn't find the students because they don't live on campus."
Right.
So I was like, okay. So she says the next time they come in, tell them there's something wrong with the machine. You can go to, and then you just say, "I have to go to the back to fix it. Go get me or go get one of the managers, and we'll have public safety waiting outside." And they came in the next day. One of them came in the very next day, to buy another laptop.
Were they trying to like resell them?
I have no idea. They were just coming in, buying all this expensive stuff, and then they were just leaving with it. And I was like, this is suspicious.
It is.
And so I was like, okay, I just pretended to swipe his card a few times, saying, okay, there's something wrong with your card. Let me go take it to the manager real quick to see if they might be able to fix it in the back. Went back there, got my manager. Sorry, there was a gnat. Got my manager. Public safety's office is right there. So they came in and I was like, okay, just give me one moment. And then public safety walked in. It's like, hey, young man, can we talk to you for a second?
Ooh.
It's like, yo, what's happening? And I walked away and did that for him and for the second friend who got caught up like maybe 2 hours later because he came in to buy another pair of Beats headphones. So yes, got 2 out of 3, and the two probably ratted out the other one. And so yes, I helped do a sting operation. That was probably one of the best moments ever. I was like, okay, this makes retail all the better. I just helped the police just stop, criminals for thieves. It was great.
The best moment for me in retail is when some storm hit and all of our lights went out and they couldn't get them back on. They were like, we're gonna have to pay you for the rest of the day and you could just go home. I was like, say less. And then my manager called me like 2 hours after I got home, but it was like 3 more hours to the end of what would have been my shift. She's like, hey, so the lights came back on. And I was like, wrong number. And she texted me. She was like, girl, I have a phone. I have your number saved in my phone. Are you serious? I was like, I'm not coming back, bro. I was like, I'm not. I'm at home. I'm comfy. I already took off all my clothes. I'm sitting here watching cartoons, eating a bowl of cereal like a non-adult. Okay? You're not getting me. Nice try. You almost got me now. I'm not going back to that store. And yo, I do the same thing. Like on my off days, I'm like, who we looking for?
Right. So like I have a door at home. I'm like, I told my sister, I'm like, this is my work number. Don't pick it up if I'm home.
Oh no, I blocked the number. After like the first 3 months, I blocked the number. They'd be like, oh my God, is your phone messed up? Like, it just keeps sending me the voicemail. And I'm like, that's
no, I just don't
crazy. Oh my God.
It's so weird.
Like it doesn't want you to contact me.
I just straight up ignore it. I'm just like, ding-a-ling. Nope.
Sometimes I know I'm clumsy, so like I'll accidentally like answer a call I don't want to answer. So I was like, I got a solution. Let me just block all these numbers. And I blocked them. And then my manager, I blocked my manager at the time, excuse me, because thank God I don't work there no more. My manager at the time, block her number every time I'm off. The minute I get off, block. Why? Because the alarm would go off a couple of times, like randomly. It went off twice for 2 actual reasons. Now, when the alarm goes off, the alarm company calls every manager on file. Oh. It was like 2 a.m. I'm in bed with my dude, okay? And minding my own Yahida, probably catching some Z's or watching YouTube videos. And I get a phone call and they were like, hello? I was like, I don't know anybody in North Carolina. Can I help you? And they were like, is this such and such? Do you work at such and such place? I was like, excuse me, this is a lot of information that you magically have, stranger. And, like, yo, she was like, I'm just letting you know that you're the closest living manager and you're also the only person picked up. And I was like, bitch. Yeah, yo, and she was like, the alarm went off. So there might be a break-in, so we're gonna have you. We need you to go there and cut off the alarm. I was like, are the police there? Did they get the person? Like, why is the alarm going off? I'm thinking somebody broke into it. I was like, why you want to break into like a BS store or whatever? Because there's nothing name brand in that store. So I was like, okay, but I'm not going in it. I'll send the cops in it and I'll wait outside with my keys, but that's about it. So that's what I did. And the cop was like, I don't see anything. And there was like 2 of them that walked in and one that was standing out with me. Just like, why are you up at this hour? I was like, they called me. What do you mean? Like, how else would you have gotten in the store? I was like, because if you could get in the store without me, why did you let them call me? And so, like,
that actually happened to me.
I want to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I was like, that actually happened to me, except I called public safety because I had saw someone recording me from outside. It was the end of the night. Some girl had her phone up to the window and recorded me. And I was like, yo, and then she ran off. So I called public safety. They went to the wrong store, even though I told them it's the small store in the university center. They went to the main store in the other building, turned on the alarm. They got in, they didn't turn off the alarm. So the alarm's going off. And then they finally come to this store, the right one. And it's like, oh, we also need you to come turn off the alarm at the other store. We went there first. And it's raining. And it's like 7:30 at night. And I'm like, y'all sure? They're like, yeah, we went to the wrong store. We got told the wrong information. Even though I've stated multiple times, the small store at the university center. So I'm walking in the rain to go turn off the alarm. And then the alarm company calls me because I'm the only manager on campus at the time. And like, oh, your alarm went off. I know the public safety messed up. I'm turning it off now. Don't worry about it. And I was like, this is exhausting. I'm supposed to be home right now. Instead of dealing with your incompetence and your bullshit.
No, like the end of my story was way different. The first time that it ever happened, it was a rogue balloon that set off the sensors. I was like, y'all called me here for a balloon? Like, do you not know I value my sleep? I was tight. I was like, hey, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm not coming into work, okay? And my manager was like, you have to cover your... Nah! No, you do that. And he was like, okay. I was like, yeah, okay. And so then the other time, I was with, oddly enough, two of the same cops. One of them, she was really nice to me. She was really cute. I was like, oh, yeah, hello. And the other time, like, they didn't find anybody. There was no rogue balloon. I was like, so what the hell set off the sensor? As we're walking out, and I blame myself for this because they said there was a spider somewhere in the store like 3 days before this. The spider posted up near where the sensor is. And when I tell you, it was huge. I was like, oh no. Let me tell you something, okay?
You got done shooting.
She flashed the light up there. And she was like, oh my God, look at how big that spider is. Is that the sensor it's in front of? I was like, no! Yo. And it was right above the,
please, for the love of God, shoot it.
You like, hey. Y'all think I'm playing? It's right above the door that you have to walk in with. And she was like, so you guys have just been working with the spider? I was like, look, act cute if you want to. She's like, but you're the manager. You have to come in here and turn off the code. I was like, no, ma'am.
We had last minute.
I'll tell you the code. You do it yourself.
One quick story before we end this segment. Freaking the other day, like last week, I was doing orders, right? And a customer came up to me and was just randomly like, you need to solve your bug problem. I'm like, okay, we get roaches once in a while, maybe a spider or whatever. And so I was like, what do you mean, sir? And he showed me a picture of our, because sometimes we have our janitor closet open just so we don't have to worry about getting the manager to get the key and everything. And he was like, there was a scorpion in the front of your janitor closet. And I was like, ooh. And he didn't kill it. Well, no, I think he didn't kill it. But, he left the body there, and we're all just like, so I called over the radio. I was like, so customer found a scorpion in our janitor closet? And my manager was like, what? I was like, yeah, there's a scorpion in the janitor closet. And she was like, well, are you going to move it? I was like,
no.
I am a punk. I am not gonna go anywhere near any type of bug, period. And she was like, well, I'm a punk too, so I don't know who's gonna do it. But luckily we have literally 2 guys out of all the team we have at the store. So one of the guys was like, "Oh, okay, Gary, it's not a problem." We were just like, "Oh no."
I just wanted to say the reason why like I'm including these other stories that don't involve just evil customers is because a lot of weird stuff happened with retail that would also make it like retail types of hell. Okay, and
Retail is weird.
It really is.
it is, and you know the worst part, like after a while, like they replaced all the other managers, but not me, and so they were like, "We need you to train these people," and these idiots would call me and be like, "Hey, so the money's not adding up in the till, and I'm just gonna leave everything, and I'm just gonna walk out and leave all the money just on the counter for you next morning." I was like, "No, ma'am," and she was like, "Well, can you please just come help me? Because the money's not adding up, and I don't want to go to jail for stealing."
That's me. That was me first time, and then that's me now. Just for
Well,
you.
then let me let you know this, okay?
As long
You
as it ain't
need
$20,
to knock
bro,
that
you
off.
fine.
No, I can't tell you how many times I had to go. I completed my shift, had to go back because the main head manager was not answering the phone, and they either didn't know how to turn on the alarm, they didn't know how to count money, they did not know how to put it in the system. And I'm like, I'm not getting paid extra to come and help you. Don't get me wrong, I'm nice the first 3 times, but you've been here for 6 months, okay? You've been a manager for 6 months. How do you not know this? Like you don't do that much. So I was like, you know what? Let me not. I would help them, and then that's when I got the idea to just block numbers. Deuces. That sounds like a somebody who's clocked in kind of problem. Okay.
Right.
Like, don't call me unless it's absolutely emergency. Like, the
Shoot,
building
not
is
even
on
emergency.
fire.
Like, don't call me. I did my part for the day. I don't want to be there no more.
Bro. I don't know why they do that. And then you have those like people who'll be like, it's still your job. Not when I'm not clocked in, it's not.
Nope.
That sounds like an on the clock Yahida problem.
We are not on the clock. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to get on our next segment. So refill your teacups, and we'll be back in a moment.
Are you a person in the natural hair world tired of high oil prices? Are you a newcomer looking for an easy and priceless way to start? Are you trying to get your skin and hair back to that wonderful glowing success? Well, Pure Love Natural Oil is here for you. At only $10 a bottle, Pure Love Natural Oil is made of nothing but the best. Coconut oil, jojoba oil, Jamaican black, extra virgin olive oil, and many other goods to keep your hair, skin, and nails at the top of their game. No additives, no sulfate, no mineral oils, just pure love and greatness. Everything you want in an actual all-natural product, and nothing you don't. Made by our lovely Yahida Senpai, an expert on natural hair for many years, and it's made by your senpai, so you know it can be trusted. Check out the link in the description to find out more.
And we're back with Sipping Tea with Senpais. Our next topic we'll be talking about is our hair journeys. I'm going to pass this over to somebody else to start, though, so have at it.
I guess the first person we can go to officially is Yahida, because Yahida has not only had her awesome natural hair journey that she's doing, she's also doing a natural hair entrepreneur thing going on right now. So let's hear about your hair and your business.
Yeah.
Long story short, I grew up in as a biracial person, so one side of my family was like, braid your hair all the time, that's the only way it's gonna grow, and the other side was like, if you don't straighten all those naps, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and straighten it all the time, which is terrible, and they didn't know how to do my hair. The braids would always make my hair somewhat fall out. It never made my hair grow, and that always aggravated me, because I'm like, why are all these other girls getting braids and their hair is growing and mine's aren't? And it took me going to like a Dominican salon in New York. This lady was like, honey, you don't have their hair. Why would you listen to them? And I was like, I never thought about it. So I was like, you know what? I went through a difficult childhood because of like the opposing sides, let me call them that. And so I was like, I never really looked or enjoyed my natural hair. So I was like, you know what? I need to figure out Yahida. All right. And the first step of getting to know yourself and getting to love yourself is accepting you, all of you, for who you are. Okay. So I was like, step one, my hair. I need to accept it. This is the level of curly it is. This is me. And I started, buying like the natural hair oils and stuff like that and doing my hair. And then like the African American side of my family was like, your hair's gonna fall out if you don't use grease and if you don't braid it. Everybody knows that. And I was like, your braids have been making my hair fall out. No. So I was like, I got this. I was like, I got this. I believe in myself. I got this. I'm going to get to know my hair because, hair is a lot like sex. Everybody's different. Not every hair likes the same thing.
It is a relationship.
It is absolutely a relationship. And I did terrible at first. My hair's too loose for twists. Bantu knots, I was horrible at. Okay, my hair was not having it.
You had it in there now.
Yeah, now.
Years
but they're
later.
huge. It's a lot of hair, and I didn't have the same like hair bands that I have now. Cause you usually get those like colorful ones that are like this big and they have the like little, I don't know, glue or plastic on the one side. It would always rip out my hair. And now I have these like elastic ones that do not break no matter what you do. So now I can do that. And
Obviously, what I've been in my hair. I use rubber bands, but I also have less hair. So
I could rubber bands always pulled out my hair, always. Like, and I've had my hair done by multiple people. So starting to like accept myself and stuff like that, I eventually had to chop off all the damaged parts of my hair. So I had like this much hair like 3 years ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I got this. And now both sides of my family still talk mess about me. One side's like, oh, it's good that it grew, I guess, but you still need to braid it or perm it or something. That's way too much hair. You need to fix that. The other side, they're like, that's disgusting. Your hair's nappy. You need to straighten that. And it always made me feel bad on the inside. So I was like, you know what? F all y'all, okay? And then, I tried to, and during that time, a lot of people were doing natural hair. I hate it because you're looking at all the natural hair gurus and they use these over the top expensive products that I hate. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that it costs so much just to take care of your natural hair, your real hair. So I was like, you know what? I think I should start like making my own oils and just trying to come up with my own products and stuff like that, which is where I finally got the formula for like my current hair oil that I now sell. Because I was like, it was the only thing that helped my hair grow. It had all these different natural oils in it, and it actually like moisturized my scalp. I didn't have like a dry feeling afterwards. Because sometimes when you use certain oils, it just feels weird on your hair. Your hair will still feel dry.
Yeah.
It would just look very shiny and dry, and I don't like that. So it took a lot, but I'm finally happy. I got my 22 inches of hair right now, okay? My dream is 35 inches of hair right below the butt crack. And so I love it. I love it. I love my hair. I love giving people hair tips. I love it when people come up to me and they're like, oh my God, what do you do to your hair? Can you help me out? Love it. Love it. But I'm always there to get cheap products, okay? Because I'm not going to spend $20 on this much oil. Y'all tripping. No.
What's the name of your hair product?
Oh, it's Pure Love natural hair oil.
Okay.
Because I wanted to, my daughter's name is Love, so I've been in like a loving mood ever since she's been born. And yeah, and I'm gonna put it up on Etsy so like other people can get to it. And I'm gonna put it on Amazon Homemade because I didn't even know Amazon had a homemade, but they do. Yeah, hi.
All right.
If you need hair oil, I'm the plug.
Yes.
Plug, bro.
I guess I'll go next. Mine's not as long or as interesting, but it has ups and downs. I've always when I was in California, where I'm from, I always had my hair in either braids or a bun because that's just my intermediary, or I had my hair permed. Um, I hate perms. Perms are terrible. They make my head itch. I hate them so much. It's always nice to see my hair be that long and straight, but I guess it was just like, you know. But when I got to Georgia in middle school, that's when I started to see a lot more natural hair. I saw women with twists. I saw people with dreads, which honest to God, I only saw one person with dreads back in California, and that was my cousin. So when I came down here, I saw the people with dreads. I was like, what the fuck is this? Just a lot of different crazy hairstyles. And then my little sister got a perm in her hair. She's a year younger than me. She had a perm in her hair, and it was a bad perm, to the point where a lot of her hair fell out because of it. And for, I want to say, the vast majority of like high school and stuff, she was wearing her hair in cute little short style. She had to just basically do a big chop. But after that, I was like, I'm not doing the perm again. I can't do it. I was terrified of what it could do to my hair. So from then on, I started to grow my hair out. I didn't really know how to do anything with it, so I just kind of kept it in the bun for a long time. And it wasn't until I got to college or so that I started to experiment with doing my hair actually naturally, letting it grow out. I had to get my hair cut. I went to a Dominican hair salon for the first time when I was in college because I had to get my hair to look nice for something. I forget what. But they had to chop off a nice chunk of my hair because I had so much damage and so many split ends. It went from like down here to just below my ear, and it was the worst experience ever. And then from then on, I was like, fuck everything. I would start to do my hair in twist outs. My sister would help me put my hair in twist on top of my head because I didn't know how to do it myself. I would start wearing my hair out in froze a lot, or like the big puffy buns. And eventually my hair started to regrow back. It started to get a lot of healthier. I was using like shea butter and stuff like that. Right now I'm using Cantu's brand. They are not Black owned, as my friend has told me, because I didn't know. I thought they were, but they've been pretty good on my hair right now. It's grown like a couple inches. So at this time, I'm at 11 inches. And I was like, yay. Ever since I started to really use it. And it was like, that's like 3 or 4 inches longer than it used to be. And I'm so happy with my hair. Right now, I get to just like, I'm trying new things. So right now I've got my hair half up, half down, and like natural little curls with my hair. And it's super cute. And the only bad thing about my hair is that I have a lot of grays. I've been turning gray since I was like 10. So
Love the grays. They're part of you.
my mom says I need to, like, if I ever do a cosplay, I need to just go as Rogue. I was like, I probably should. There's so much.
Do
Did you ever think maybe you had gray hairs because you don't like pure things like pornos? Club? Just saying. Just
you need to hush up. Yahida, I told you. Why, Oron? You know what? Never mind. Later. Another conversation. But yes, that's me and my hair journey. Short but sweet. And, I'm just letting my hair grow out. I'm going to get to one day, I'm going to get to them 22 inches she has. It's going to take a minute, though. I'm definitely ain't going to hit 35. I don't need that much hair.
Yo, I'm telling you, like, I love it. I had my for the first time, like when my hair, I didn't realize how long it got until like I felt something tickle my butt in the shower when I was washing my hair, and I was like, oh, because my first thought was spider. I don't know, like I was like, oh my god, there's a spider on my back, and then I actually like touched it because it was still back there, and I was like, oh, it's my hair, oh my god. Which is a range of emotions to have at one time. I was like, man,
it's like fear. Then elation and be like, oh,
oh, this is mine.
Yo, me and spiders don't mix, I'm telling you.
Bugs.
I wouldn't. Not with me.
Kai, please tell me about your hair story.
Okay.
I want to
So
know.
my hair story, I guess it's pretty short too. But basically, most of my life, I've had nothing but perms, and that's from even as not an infant, but like a young toddler. My hair used to be like so matted, any comb would break. And so my mom back then,
Happened a couple times.
yeah, my hair was very bad back then. And so my mom used to always do perms, always perms. So mainly my hair used to be in braids or it was in weave. It was just those two for like most of my life. And I was like, okay, I'll do braids if I'm lazy enough and don't feel like doing my hair anymore. But I don't do it as much because I was like, okay, my hair usually goes to if it's stretched out, my hair goes to about the top of my shoulder, and it used to be as long as like a little bit past my shoulder, but a lot of stuff happened. Like my aunt ruined my hair one time. I don't know why she decided to wash my hair with softener because she heard about it from somebody, and I was like, what kind
Wait,
of mess
you're
is
talking
this?
about laundry, like
Yeah,
clothes stuff?
laundry softener to
I thought
soften
this
my
was
hair.
something else, girl. You mean
So,
fabric softener she put in your hair?
fabric softener to soften my hair because I don't think she had perm at the time or whatever, or we couldn't find perm, and so that took my hair away.
Black people, why?
But then it was after that. It was just things like I'm at a hair salon and I tell them don't put glue in my hair because sometimes y'all know sometimes when you get your hair done and you get weave, some people don't know how to sew. So what they'll do, they'll glue down. This is called where your closure is, where the top of your hair gets closed off.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, some people know how to sew it through. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But there's some people that don't know how to sew at all, and so they'll hair glue it. And I never like hair glue in general because I'm like, what's the point? It's probably gonna rip out your hair, and it always does. Period. And there was just one time where I had it I had a closure near the front of my hair, and I was like, please don't put glue in my hair. I know it'll rip, and it's not gonna come back anytime soon. And the lady was like, okay, and then still did it. I got up, I walked out the hair salon. I was like, Mom, we are going to cut this. And I had no edges up here for a long time. I'd say a good almost 2 years.
Look, if I had no
And
edges, I'd just shave it all off. I'd Britney Spears
right,
my hair, bro.
I pretty much had to because the glue bits were just still in the front of my hair. So I was like, nope, shave it off. So I shaved that
Braver
part.
than me.
Yeah, it was hard. And then, like I said, after that point, I was like, I'm tired of braids. I'm tired of weave. I just want to be me for a second. And so 2 years ago, I cut my hair. So, like I said, my hair used to be down here. I cut it to about little past my ear. And I was happy. I was like, I got short hair. I'm living my best life. I don't have to worry about weave for a minute or braids where you have to sit for like 6 hours and just be like, I don't want to deal with this. And
Especially
so
if you
then,
got a lot of thick hair, you're just sitting there like, my ass hurts. I need to get up.
yes, I'll be like, my butt hurts from sitting for 6 hours. And so then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the time and learn my hair. And so I've only been natural. In October will be 1 year. And my hair has made such good progress. Right now I'm at 5 inches if I stretch it out. So I'm proud. It's little progress, but way better than I had.
Yes.
Hey,
Definitely.
that fro be popping, yo. I be seeing you when we like been on the FaceTime thing. I'm like, yes, Kai, yes.
Yeah. But y'all know me. I like to be colorful, so I always have my wigs on the side. So this will be the last time you'll see my hair for a minute. Love it though. Always.
We just had a conversation in our group chat about Kai's like, what new wig can y'all think of that I ain't worn yet? And I was like, girl, do gradients. I know I ain't seen you in one.
Yes. I have multiple gradient wigs.
Kai's wig game
Many
is
colors.
on fleek. It is That sounded so old.
Like, wait till you see our get to know senpai episode. I will show my wall. It's full of them.
Her wigs are amazing.
Oh, wig wall. What am I doing with my life? Like,
Yeah, wig wall. I have wigs on like the top, and then I have fabric that I'm not using at the bottom. But eventually, I'm gonna get rid of that shelf in general and just put it around my room. But that's for a later date when I have more money. So that's my hair journey.
Alexis, tell us about your hair and them lovely locks you got in right now.
Yes.
Okay, so mine is fairly short, if we being honest, because I didn't start doing my own hair until 5th grade or 6th grade. It was a something. It might have been before, I don't know, because my mom didn't trust me to do it myself in the first place, but it was usually straightened out or in some form of braids because my mom was doing it. I wasn't going to complain about it. I'm like, because I'm going to do my hair. It's cool. But I did have perms, but I only stopped at like 2 or 3 of them by the age of 9 because I was like, I don't like it. Get it out. And I lost about maybe 3 inches of hair after it happened. So it's been natural ever since then, really. But I didn't start paying attention to it myself until after high school, where I was messing it up because I was bleaching it because I refuse to not have blue hair if I can. Since I finally was able to dye my own hair by 16 in the first place. I'm just like, it's happening. I'm going to live out the anime lifestyle life in my head by dyeing my hair. I miss it still to this day. I will rebleach my hair again 1 year. But yeah, I'm still learning how to work with it naturally because of bleaching and dyeing my hair in the first place. You know, it messes with the curl pattern and everything. But at that point, I was like, I want to see how I like wearing my hair naturally out. Because I was like, I should maybe lay up on the straightening of my hair too. Because at that point, it really wasn't growing. It's usually stopped at about my shoulders. And it's like slowly gets lower as we go. But still will wear protective styles because I'm also lazy. I don't want to do it.
I miss braids. I'm not even going front. I miss braids.
Sometimes
like I dread taking these out of my head soon because I have to do my hair, and I'm like, ugh. But I need to because I'm ready for them to come out.
I feel you.
Hey, look, I can't. Braids and me, no, I'm over it. Braids look good on other people, but I can't do it, yo. And then, you know, some people be braiding. Oh my, they braid so hard. I feel like I'm getting like a brow lift.
Oh,
Okay?
Yay!
That's
And, you know, the person that I grew up with, not gonna say it. Look, let me know. The person I grew up with, they always braided my hair, like always, and I hated it because it took forever. My butt would hurt by the end of it. I would be sleeping and nodding off, and then they yank my head back, and I just hated it. Like, it was terrible. Oh my god! And then I go from having my hair braided every 2 weeks to, oh, your other friends are probably doing their hair. You need to learn how to do your hair yourself. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm 8. I don't know how to do hair, bro. I don't know what goes in here. How do you take care of it? What do I do? So the only thing I learned was like, I learned how to flat iron it by trial and error and burn the soul out of myself. Okay, I cannot tell you how many times I've, whoo, okay.
I've got some flat iron stories I need to tell y'all.
They're evil,
hot combs too.
and
Ooh,
I
hot
can
combs.
relate to you with that.
I didn't go near it.
Because I went to I made a mistake. I went to a salon in the South, and it said Dominican hair salon, but nobody in there was actually Dominican, or like they knew how to do hair with curls in it. I made a mistake. I went, and my hair was very, very, very straight after washing it. Like a week later, I was like, hold up. My hair should not look like this. Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes, and I called her. Like, I called the salon. I was like, "Yo, are y'all open right now?" Because I know people are gonna hang up on me because I wild out over the phone. So I always pull up. I pulled up. I was like, "Yo, what did you do to my hair?" And She was just like, I did what you asked me to do. I gave you a Dominican blower. I was like, then why is it straight when it's wet? She's like, oh, we just put a little bit of perm inside of some conditioner when we do your hair. I was like,
that's one of the reasons I had to change salons, because they put perm in their stuff and it straightened my hair. And I was like, I don't know who told me, said that some Dominican hair salons will put perm inside their conditioner and stuff. I'm like, no.
I heard that too from somebody. I was just like, well, I'm broke and my mom too lazy and don't want to pay to take us to get our hair done, because she had 3 girls and 1 boy. If the 3 girls getting their hair done, same.
My mom had the same issue. She had 3 girls and 1 boy. My dad did my brother's hair. My mama, she had to cut all her hair off because she's like, I'm not doing 3 girls' hair. And mine too? No.
Just say 3 girls, 1 boy. Am I the only person with 3 dudes ahead of me? I'm the only female?
I guess so. Because my family is full of females. We honestly have 3 boys throughout. My mom and both her sisters. There's legit 1 boy in each family.
Oh no.
Everything else is girl.
Has 2 brothers and 3 sisters. But my dad has 1 sister and then 2 brothers, and my auntie Diane was the only girl, and so it was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
No,
I stopped going to salons in general because, like I said, like y'all have proven, they do stuff that you don't want them to do, and then they ask you to pay for that, and I'm like, no, I'm not paying for that. No.
Yeah, the only salons I've ever been to is the one my grandma worked at. It was the only way we were gonna get our hair done, not by my mom, if she didn't go to somebody she knew in the first place.
Yeah, that's literally the only people I get. If I get my hair done, it's only by people I know now. I don't go to salons anymore.
I don't even do that.
No.
Look, I complain about my hair. Yes, it gave me carpal tunnel so bad it looks like I'm throwing up gang sets. But I am not letting I will cut my hair myself. I will do everything. I will YouTube the hell out of it. No, ma'am. Y'all not catching, because every time I go, there's always a problem.
Only if I need to get cut. If I need to get my hair cut, salon. Everything else, I'm going to do myself.
Nah, my grandma and my mama, they will cut our hair for us. My grandma, she hates it though, because she doesn't want any of us to cut our hair. I'm just like, sometimes just need it, because I had to convince her to dye my hair when I was 16. So she only gave me streaks of brown. I was like, this is not what I wanted, but whatever, I'm take it. And then at one point, she didn't even want to cut layers into my hair. It took a lot for her to do that too, and I'm just like, you have to get up for this.
Oh no, I remember my first time I got my hair dyed. I want to say I was in high school, and my mom and my sister absolutely forced me to sit down, and they dyed my hair brown. It was cute, but I was like, I really don't want to dye my hair, but I had so much gray, and they was like, look, it's got to go.
Look, I wanted those, I've talked to you ladies about before. I wanted those long box braids.
Yes.
I wanted them so bad. Like when I was young, I was like, I love these braids. Like they're gorgeous. Like these are the only ones I'll get because they're not on my scalp, so I don't have to worry about somebody braiding my skin back. So I was like, I want this. Yo, like
I could only look like
the 2-piece look
back in the 90s.
My parents, they freaked out. Like they were like, you want to wear what? No weave, no cuts, no chemicals, no color. And I was like, why? And these two are not together. My parents are not together, okay? One called the other to complain about me, and the other was like, all she needs to do is straighten her hair. It's so stupid. Why would she want anything else in it? I was like, hold on. Mom, you have maybe, 2 inches of hair that you've always had all your life? And you, sir, your hair is straight, absolutely not. And it made me so mad. I'm like, I just want the braids. And now I'm older, I'm like, I still want those braids. But now, like, my boyfriend's like, you better not. And I'm sad. I just wanted my braids. Like, I just wanted them popping braids everybody else had.
Trust me, yeah, I know that feeling. I wanted micro braids, which y'all know that takes like a year and a day.
Had it once.
Had it. Same.
I had it once.
Never had
And
it
I was
look this
like,
way.
never again.
I was just like, because I was the only one who had to take them out, and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
It
This
The
wasn't
is too
only
even
much
cool
work.
thing
I
about
need help.
taking your braids out is they have that crimp pattern and be like, you know what? I could rock with this for a couple of days.
But that's it. But you know it's dirty, so you have to say you have to wash it out.
There's that too.
Have
Just
to
dirty
wash
on the
it out.
edges, and you're like,
But it was back when I had longer hair. The process took literally, we went to the salon and we were there the whole day from opening to close. And then we couldn't even finish that day. We had to come back the next morning to finish it off because it was just like, oh my God.
I think I went through the same thing because I got my micro braids in 9th grade. So it's me at a whole brand new school with people I don't know like that. And at the same time, I'm just like, okay. And I think it took a full day and a half or so for me to get mine done over somebody else's house. I'm just like, never again.
Because I've never had like weave or anything on my hair, for a long time I could not relate to any weave problems. I found out how terrible micro braids were because I went to the same salon in New York and I was like, hey, yo, my hair's a mess. Can you get it together? And the Dominican ladies were like, bet, sit down in the chair. Every time they do my hair, it takes forever for my hair to dry. So I'm there for like 3-4 hours.
yeah.
And the only person who never like moved through that entire time, the only person who's been there longer than me, and she was there when like I walked in and tried to get my hair done. They had like that first section done with the micro braids. And then by the time I left, they were on like the same half, just that part. I was like, and the lady was like, can I take a break? Can I take a break? Because, you know, my back is starting to hurt. I was like, I'm good.
You're back.
I'm good. That looks annoying. Mm-mm.
My sister, when she came down here, I want to say last year, there's a salon up the street. And so she was like, can y'all put some braids in my hair? And she said she had 3 different people in her hair doing braids. And she hated the braids that came out. Because 3 different people, 3 different braiding styles, 3 different sizes. No, I'm not going to go. No, this is why you go to the homie who you know braids hair and you pay them they $60 or however much. Make sure you put the hair with you so that way you ain't got to worry about, okay, I got 7, 8 people in my hair. I'm going to have to drop kick somebody. No.
Yeah, but I mean, people are getting ridiculous with hair now. Like even them, like even your like people that you may know or through another friend or through like a family member or whatever. Like they be over here like you have to have your hair almost done by the time you get to me. I need you to wash, condition it, roller set it yourself, and then come here just to sit under my dryer and then pay me $100.
Right, and then they'll have one break.
If you put in a bunch of little individual braids in my hair, that's it. That's all you're gonna get.
What were you saying?
I was saying, and then they'll have like one rate, like they'll be $60 for like 5-6 years, and then later on they'll be like, oh, somebody told me I'll make more money if I charge $100, so now they're $100. I'm like, no, I don't have that type of money, so no, bye, see you later.
The worst part is like natural hair because they charge an arm and 3 legs. Like I love I love living in New York because no matter what state my hair was in, okay, I could just be struck by lightning and all my hair sticking up and fried, and they'll be like $25. Like,
I missed that.
$25. I like went into salons trying to like find somebody to do my hair, and this was like, unfortunately, that's when I found like the place that put a perm in my hair. And I was like, okay, so how much would it cost to do my hair? My hair was shorter than this at that time, okay? Way shorter than this. I think I only had like 12 inches of hair at the time. And they really looked me in my face and was like, 150. What? Ooh.
No, man.
Wait. You do realize I'm just asking for a blowout, right? I don't want no special conditioner. I don't want any special products or treatment. I literally just want you to wash, roller set, put me under the dryer, and blow dry this baby out.
Right.
And I wish it was just one place. No! All of them were about that. They were all like, at least $100. You have way too much hair. And then, did you even perm it? You should perm it before you.
Yo, there was one time, literally, okay, I was going to go to the lady that normally did my hair, right? And she got sick that day, so I was like, okay, maybe I can find a salon near my house that can do my hair. And I was like looking up prices. They're like 150 there, 150 there. And I was like, okay, this one doesn't have a price, so I guess I'll call them and see what their prices are. And this lady wanted $300 for some hair. I was like,
Y'all can kick
for braids, and
can.
like all I was doing was getting braids for me and my sister, which I know I'm like, okay, that's maybe 100, a little over 100, but not that expensive. But she was like, oh yeah, it's like $300. I'm like, nope,
Bro,
I am not paying that.
all you have to do is put the braids in my hair. I'm bringing the hair myself.
I know, and I asked them, I was like, what if I bring my own hair? You're like, yeah, it's still like $300. I'm like, nope.
Girl.
You looking at them like, I know you're not getting that many customers.
Beyonce's no.
Right.
For micro braids, okay. One something, all right, I understand, because that takes so long.
But it's an all-day process,
Yeah.
especially the longer and thicker your hair. I'm like,
pretty much a 2-day process for
They be charging so much when you got thick hair. Like, bro, I know I have thick hair, which is why I'm sitting under that dryer for 3 hours, because it just takes so long to dry. Like, come on, man.
Come on, let's be honest. We usually get our hair done by other minorities. You have the same hair as me, ma'am. Why are you sitting here acting like you don't know how to do hair? Like you're just gonna have to sit here and YouTube a video while doing it. No, come on, yo. You know how to do your hair. You know how to do my hair. Let's be honest. And I used to love this one Dominican lady in New York. After she left, I don't want to go back to that salon. I don't want to see nobody else. Mind you, their rate is still the same, so I'd be really over there thinking about it. $25, like.
My mama is so lucky. She just rocking her short hair, and then she's like, I either go to the barbershop, but since COVID's happened, she's like, I got clippers in my bathroom.
Yeah, my mom.
We're like,
my mom was the main reason. My mom was the main reason I wanted to do afro, because my mom's afro was gorgeous. Like my mom used to have an afro about out to here, and I was like, and I've always wanted to match that since I was a kid. I was like, bet that is gonna be me one day. I don't know when, but it is coming, and it's gonna look fabulous.
I love it.
Do you remember this one lady having this magnificent afro at work, and it was so big, and it just kind of moved like it was like white people hair in movies, and I was like,
in the wind.
That's hair goals. That's hair goals. But on that beautiful note, we are going to take one more break, and we're going to come back, and we are going to be talking Beats by Senpai, where we talk about our music, our love of music, and what we listen to nowadays. So we'll be back in just a flash. Refill your teacups, and we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to Sipping Some Tea with Senpais. So our next topic for today, we're going to be talking about our music selection, what we like to listen to, our favorite artists, all that good stuff. So I'm going to start it off. So like the newest song that I've gotten to my phone right now is Cisco's Thong Song.
Seriously? I don't blame you.
I was watching Legends of Tomorrow, and there's a fight sequence where one of the characters, they're in like some kind of wax museum and the wax figures came to life. One of the guys hit a museum of Cisco, and it's actually Cisco performing the thong song. And I forgot how much I love that song. So I downloaded it right after. I was like, baby, that thong. I was like, yes.
We should, you know what? I think we all as
right
adults.
That song is WAP by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. So yeah, I was just listening to some freaky shit for a while.
Nah, we should not have been singing about thongs at like 8.
We
Okay.
should not.
Yeah, but it was still gotta happen.
That was a good, but the beat was fire though.
Beat was fire.
It was.
The violin. No, you're trying to play me.
Loved him. Nyera, Jesus.
Yeah.
Kai, what you listen to?
I actually started getting back into Sean Paul. I listened to Sean Paul all the time, especially when I was younger. And I was just happening. I was working with cosplay, and I always try to have music in the background. So Sean Paul, I think, "Give It All to Me" with Keisha Cole.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, "Give It All to Me" with Keisha Cole. That's the most recent thing I listened to. I'm like, I missed this. I was like, I missed this song in general. Let me play this song.
That was a good song. That was a good movie. That was a good soundtrack.
It was.
What movie was it in?
Shit.
It
had Channing Tatum. And
Oh, so was it Step Up?
yes.
Might have been Step Up.
Okay.
Did you
That
know
makes
there's a Disney version?
Of that
Don't
song?
ask me how. Yes.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Wait,
Like,
what?
Don't ask me how. When I looked up the song yesterday,
Yeah.
and it was like, okay, artist and title, Disney version. I was like, what Disney movie was this in?
Oh wait, it is a Disney movie. I totally forgot that. It is a Disney movie.
Oh,
they own everything.
They pretty much
you're
do.
right.
What you listening to, Alexis? Like, what's going on?
Okay, well, my forever suggestion for anybody will forever be Melanie Martinez. Will never skip K through 12 at all at this point in my life. But there's this one song by Black Eyed Peas called "Dopeness" that came out like last year or something, where they had CL from 2NE1, the K-pop group.
Yes.
Oh.
I love it. I love everything about it. And I've only heard it like 5 or 6 times altogether. And it's on my phone. I had to do it.
I'm not gonna lie, Black Eyed Peas definitely sounds like definitely got a sound that like I would feel like works really good with like J-pop and K-pop groups. Like that could
I can see it because I'm eventually gonna go listen to all of their music from when they started to what they have recently. I just have to sit down and do it.
Loved them. Loved them.
They are one of the best people I've listened to in general.
Love it.
All right, are we
I
talking
love all
about
of
the
them.
K-pop band or are we talking about Black Eyed Peas?
Well, both. I like 21 and I miss them.
I did too. I still listen to the few songs I know
Oh,
to
Sam.
this day.
Fan?
K-pop was high school. I stopped listening to it afterwards. I think that's when I got really into anime. So a lot of anime songs are on my phone now, and like the artists who do those, I've got a couple of their songs from outside of it, mostly Uberworld. I was like, their shit was awesome, and that's who I mostly have on my phone.
Let's see, anime wise, Do As Infinity. The people that did Inuyasha theme, they did Fairy Tale one. I can't remember what other ones they did, but Do As Infinity is a good band.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
mad.
You said Fairy Tale? My favorite anime song to this day will be Rock City Boy. That Fairy Tale opening, it will forever stay my phone's ringtone too. And I'm just like, I won't change it. I love it too much.
I'm not even gonna front. Bleach had really, really good OPs, and I had the vast majority of them.
I did have
really
a couple
Bleach
of them.
OPs. They were super good.
Even on like the filler seasons, they were still lit. I was like, this music person needs a raise.
I feel like Bleach is so weird as an anime. But Yahida, what are you listening to right now?
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Awesome song from TikTok.
God, like, I am, I guess, not the average bear, because I can't listen to a song only 5-6 times. I listen to the same song for a month straight. Okay.
Well, my stuff is on shuffle, so if it doesn't play in the time I'm listening to my music, and I'm not in the mood to crave to go immediately hear it, I'm gonna just wait and see what play because I like my playlist too much.
You are better than me, because I'd be like, nope, that same song from last week. And
I will do that too. dopeness. I love it, but it hasn't hit me enough for me to just go spam it in my ear and eat it. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Trust me, I listened to. Okay, last week it was nothing but Dua Lipa songs, and I listened to Hotter Than Hell not only for TikTok, but I listened to Hotter Than Hell for like a week straight. And then the week before, it was Rain on Me by Lady Gaga, or Stupid Love by Lady Gaga, and it was just those two songs for like a whole week. I was
I
like,
feel it, because I felt like I was doing the same thing with her 2 songs. I'm just like, this is a bad idea.
I listen to a range of like different music. The only two things that you will never see on my playlist is country and gospel. Gospel gives me a headache, and I don't like country. Okay, I don't know why. Like country just screams like racist things to me every time.
I feel it.
She won't listen. They don't listen to me when I tell you there was just one song. It's called "Gangsta Grass."
No,
it's like you never come home again. It's a super good song. It's just the beat that's country. Everything else about it is super duper good. It's super good rap.
yeah.
You should listen to it. I'm telling you, it's not bad. It's super good.
Nope.
I only listened to one country artist, and that was Shania Twain. But I liked her country mainly because it sounded more like pop back then. So I was just like, I'll stick with that. But anything with like banjo stuff, that's not me.
Too much.
Okay.
Like I listened to a couple Carrie Underwood songs, but I really only know
Old
maybe
Town Road
2.
is nothing but banjos.
I don't listen to it.
Is it?
Okay.
I like Old Town Road.
It's not guitar that's being played. It's banjo in Old Town Road. I fucking love that song.
Well, when you can hide it and I don't know, then that's fine.
But yeah, Old Town Road was like
a sensation.
a sensation. It still is.
Like I said, I listen to a range of things except those two. Because I went through, I don't know how to put this, I went through different phases of my life, and each group of music I listen to, it usually pertains to like that like point in time in my life. Right. Like when I was younger, it was like metal, hardcore, alternative music, like just emo, just all the way emo. Like there was no black in my wardrobe.
I mean, this is just actually put out a new song like 2 weeks ago.
Linkin Park, bro. Look, Linkin Park, Ghost Town, Five Finger Death Punch, like
Slipknot. I was the only one who listened to Five Finger Death Punch. I love them.
3 Doors Down, 3 Days Grace.
My nephew got me into 3 Doors Down. My nephew, he was 8. He's like, I love this group. Like, for real?
I love it. I love it. I still like I can still sing like all of those songs. I can still sing like every lyric, and I'm like I haven't heard this in like 10 years, but I'm gonna kill it. Okay, I'm doing a whole concert in my shower. Yes.
Yeah.
I promise you, if you looked at any music on my phone, it's all over the place.
So it was that, and then when I got into my later my middle to later teen years, when I started discovering other human bodies physically, that's when like everything I had to listen to had to be sexual. If it's not sexual, I don't want it on my playlist. Okay. Oh my gosh, like you know what? No, let me. It just all had to be like sexual music. All right, it had to have something to do with just ramming into somebody. And now I'm like, a little this here, a little that here, a little that here. And I keep all of those old playlists because I'm like, I just want to, go back and have the younger Yahida just be like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was terrible at that time, but godly, I miss it. Like I miss these like songs. But lately I've just been listening to like Pop Smoke, that girl, that song He Be Like from Ken the Man. If you've never heard it, buckle up when you listen to it. So that Pop Smoke, Ken the Man, just that one song, and Cupcake. Cupcake be saying them things, okay? Cardi B, Osuna, stuff like that.
I was never.
I just been all over Pop Smoke lately.
Like I respect her hustle. Like that woman hustles like no other but my mom is a way bigger fan of Cardi B than I ever was.
Like, let me tell you something. I couldn't meet Cardi B, bro, because if I did, I'd be like, hey, I don't know how. Scientists aren't gonna know how, but I'd hit that and get you pregnant, bro. I'd be the first woman to get another woman pregnant. Let's get it. Like,
two Afro Latinas meet and just it'd be devastation to all of New York.
I think my problem. She fits like that bracket of women that I used to like go after when I used to like date and mess around with women, really heavily, and she reminds me of home, like, you know, because I don't live in New York anymore, but she reminds me of home, you know, because I have a Spanish side of my family, and all they do is yell and talk shit, and it's just wonderful. Like, every time one of my aunts calls me, she's like, Mia! And I'm like, I am right here. Like, and, you know, like, she got it, it reminds me of home, yo. They be wearing the giant gold hoop earrings with their name in it, like some 90s shit. They be got, like, she be having these popping lipstick colors, like bright red. And, oh my God, it just, speaks to me. I think, oh, wait, no, that's way too much. I listened to a lot of alternative music for a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ghost Town was the last thing to take my heart as far as like that older music that I used to listen to. Ghost Town is a bomb. Okay, bomb. I know a lot of people hate it, but I used to listen to like Blood on the Dance Floor too. But yeah, like that was when I was transitioning a little bit out of emo phase and into like the scene kid phase. What?
What's the scene kid phase?
You don't know what scene kids are?
No, I don't.
Hi.
I am.
Nyera, this is why I hate you, bro. Like, anyway, okay, look. They, instead of being like normal emo kids, scene kids, they would always wear bright colors, like bright, like you can see
highlighter bright.
Emo kids.
They had the little helmet hair in the front, and then they had like the very little bit of long hairs in the back on some mullet shit. Like, I
neon ones. I was okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I used to just call them the neon goths or the neon emos because that's what they were. I didn't know there was an actual phrase for them, an actual term.
I hate you.
Seem like
neon goth. What type of? You know what? Let me know.
I didn't know there was a term.
I'm pretty sure it is an actual form of goth though.
Yeah, probably.
It is.
They got like raver goth where it's like bright lights and super highlighter colors and stuff.
Like I said, I started listening to Pop Smoke a lot lately because I found out he was Panamanian, and you know, my dude's Panamanian, my child's half Panamanian. So I was like, I guess I'll listen to one of his songs, you know. And then I was like, this is heat. Oh, and then like I listened to 5 songs back. I was like, heat again. Oh my God. Yes. And then like Bruno looked at me and he was like, Yahida. I was like, yo, I can't wait to listen to more of his music. He was like, he's dead. I was like, well, yeah. Then I was like, I hate it here. Everybody I love dies. And you know, like two things I learned from listening to Pop Smoke music. One, I like to be growled at. I don't know. I don't know why, but I like to be growled at now. So apparently that turns me on a little bit. And I'm really into dudes like from New York with deep voices. Oh, it does. It motivates my tingly parts. Like I'm telling, I can't. You know, I was so sad because it's like I hate it when you love somebody's music and they're dead. Like I'm upset that the dude from Linkin Park died. That broke me.
Oh God, that broke my heart. When
I
was like, no,
that was a really terrible death.
I think Linkin Park got us all through a couple years of high school with emos. Just like
couple.
Most of it, 90% of high school is definitely Linkin Park. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know, and people back in the day used to like diss them so much. I'm like, they are great. What are
Linkin Park has always been amazing. Anyone who makes a whole entire album with Jay-Z and you're using your emo music and Jay-Z's rap and it's bomb, is fire. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, they had a whole album with him
I
on?
believe it was a whole album.
Hmm.
Or is it just that one song?
I know about Encore, but I didn't think they would have made a whole album.
I think it would have been amazing. That dude on the ones and twos, he be on it.
Man, you know what? Let me know. It's breaking my heart thinking about it, okay? And I really hate it because, like, what I'm noticing is, like, a lot of the people that a lot of these young rappers keep dying, and it hurts my feelings. Because, first of all, I hate it when, like, someone dies young. Like, if you're not, like, a horrible person, that's just terrible. I don't feel like anybody under, like, 21 that does not bring harm to other people, I don't feel like they should die. So I was just like, that's so sad, bro. Like, you didn't even make it 21 years. Like, you didn't even get to legally drink anything. You didn't get enough of experience in life. And it breaks me. Then, you know, yeah, that's sad on its own, but now no music. Like,
Right.
I was
Yeah,
heartbroken.
like TikTok introduced me to a lot of Pop Smoke stuff. But TikTok has also kind of ruined my playlist. I have a lot of TikTok songs because they're really, really good. Like
The opposite. TikTok made me hate a lot of music. Like, WAP was so nice the first time I heard it. After, like, oh my God, the 5th scroll in a row, and it was on there, I was like, I hate it, cut it out, bleep it, I don't care, burn it, I don't want to listen to it again.
bruh.
I feel it though, but I still like it because, like I said, my phone is completely on shuffle. That way I don't ruin nothing.
YNJ is so funny.
I just put it on mute and watch them dance now.
The Coochie Land sagas.
Yes.
The
yes.
Coochie sagas are so funny, but they're so good. This nigga's like,
how are you doing today? I'm the Coochie Man. Like, excuse me, sir. Well, who raised you? What the hell? Yo, some of the things like they be saying in these songs are I don't know why other people get offended off of it. I find this hilarious. Are you kidding me? You know.
all right, so back pre-pause, but we were talking about TikTok songs. Coochie Man, hilarious, best thing ever. Roxanne is super good.
No, the Sasuke remix is way better. Sasuke, that shit no.
Okay, I didn't hear that remix.
Itachi.
I need to find that. That's funny. There's this
You could look it up on YouTube. Like his like Sasuke's name fits perfectly in that song. Like I can't hear the original now because all I'm hearing is Sasuke. Like,
you know what I find hilarious that I got my cousin onto? You know the song "That's What I Like" by Bruno Mars?
Mm-hmm.
There's a song called "That Spidey Life."
Yay.
Yes.
I love every single thing about it. It is on my phone. And anytime I got him to the point where he was legit watching the video and copying it like move for move.
Yeah. So
I've never heard that song before.
It's a really good video. You should see it.
It's worth it. I love it.
You know who's unnecessarily sexy when they make music? Koreans. Why?
Yes. D-Dragon.
You know, apparently I didn't even know I was into it, but every time I get approached by like an Asian man in tattoos, like all over his neck and stuff and all over his arms with sleeves and just got like a no tank top on or anything.
Ladies, y'all, we gotta know. Yahida
I can hear my vagina going.
Yahida made the icon for our chat for the podcast. What of these tattooed Asian men? I mean, I love to look at it. It's great, but
I don't want to look at tattooed sexy Asians while we're doing anything because now I'm just gonna have to stop and take a break to touch myself and come back. Like, I already do it so much. I'm pretty sure at this point my vibrator is gonna like press charges. I cannot. Okay, I cannot do anything more than that. Hey, being honest, all right? Life is too short to pretend like we don't all touch ourselves.
But like,
I thought so.
The vast majority of most of the new songs on my phone right now are lo-fi songs. I just love listening to that shit. It calms me down. It feels the quiet when I'm at work and I ain't got nothing to do, especially from our smaller store. And like I go to sleep to that. It just helps me sleep because I usually have a fan on, but lo-fi music is amazeballs. You should all listen to it.
Yeah, it's either thug sexy music or my meditation stuff for me. I don't know, but that song Mood Swings got me just feeling all sexy and sweet. So I have no room in my heart for anything but Itachi at this point.
Mainly I've been getting back into Vocaloid, if you guys listen to that stuff.
Miku, bro.
Yeah, Miku, all of them. And most of my music lately has pretty much been spur of the moment. So if you guys seen Has Been Hotel here on YouTube, they had a music video for one of the characters named Angel. It's called Addict. So freaking good. It's my ringtone right now. And I've done like 3 TikTok videos with it, and I just love that song. It's so popular.
Not me. My ringtone is that one song that goes yeah. Because all I think about is anime fights when I look at it. That song be getting you hype. Like, oh my god. All right, I can't be in a bad mood listening to hype music. Like, it touches me in places I didn't know.
You know how bad it is when you just playing hype music, but it's like 10 o'clock at night, you trying to go to sleep, and I'm like, bro, I'm over here trying to get crunk in the bed. And I'm like, I'm sleepy though.
Once some of like these hype music, sexy songs come on, I gotta get up and shake some ass, bro. I don't care if I gotta take a bathroom break just to shake some ass in front of a mirror, just to hype up my confidence just a little bit, and then I'll go lay down.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm in bed and I will absolutely just, when WAP comes on, I'm just twerking in bed just because.
I don't blame you. I done did the same thing, and I'm just like,
Okay, wait. Okay, so since you guys are talking about WAP, I have a question.
What's that?
How many of you idiots have actually stood on your fucking knees and tried to spell your name out with your hips? Like you say on the song.
My knees are too weak because no.
See, and this is why I'm saying you need to get on your knees more.
I'm not making the stallion.
Get on your knees more. You'll be fine.
No.
All right, years of practice. But I cannot tell you how many people like on TikTok hear it and then they just record themselves like. And I was like, first of all, if you start doing anything like that, I'm throwing you on the floor. Get the fuck off of me. Get on the floor. I don't even want to have sex with you anymore. Like, just.
No, there's this guy. His mom was doing the choreography. And his video, he's like, look at my mom. Then she did the splits where she was just bouncing her butt up and down during the splits. He got in front of her and was like, nope, cut the video, cut the video.
No, but what's funny is on his comment, he said his dad was what was really getting to him. He was just like, hold up, no.
They're like, nope, my mom over here doing splits. My daddy over here looking like, nope, daddy, go somewhere. Mama, you too. I don't want to see y'all tonight.
I'm serious. I don't blame him. I do not blame him, man. Like the thought of our parents together. Oh my god!
Especially with that plan, I'm like, y'all, if you Megan Thee Stallion, I'm sorry, I've been ruined. I can't.
Look, if any of you out there who are listening to this, if you ever caught your parent or parents in the act, I apologize. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Enjoy your therapy sessions. Because I would have to go blind after that.
I was like, where's the brain bleach? Because I need a couple gallons of it, like industrial bleach, that stuff to clean crime scenes. Because that's what my brain is right now. It's a crime scene.
You know what? Speaking of like parents and getting caught, I've talked to at least like 6 of my guy friends. One time, this was like when the college was still open and stuff, and we were going on the balcony. And I read online, it was like most of the men that you have seen in your life have been caught by one of their parents. I was like, no, they can't be that stupid. Like, you locked the door. What are you talking about?
Oh, that makes sense.
I went around asking, and most of them were like, yes, okay, yes, absolutely. I was like,
not their mind.
Look, hold on. First of all, the level of embarrassed I would be just to have my parents see my personal areas as an adult. I wouldn't be able to live. Like I can't live after that. No, I gotta, I can't exist anymore. And you know, men don't do what we do, and most of us females are under the covers when we're doing this. They're just out in the open, and I really couldn't do it if like your mom would walk in and see that, and you're a male. I couldn't live. I couldn't live. I couldn't live.
I would leave.
I have anxiety, and my anxiety will come back and remind me. Like I'll be having a great day. It'll probably be my wedding day, and my anxiety would be like, "Hey, you remember that time that your mom called you?" I'm like, I'm not getting married. No.
Like, Mama, I need you to leave. You can't be in my wedding anymore. I'm sorry. You gotta.
Yeah, like I mean, I haven't been caught in the act of doing it, but I did unfortunately leave up some pages. Cause y'all know I don't ever take my pages down off my phone or my laptop. Why? Because it's mine. If you didn't want to see it, don't touch it. So when I was like 19 and I had my laptop and I was like doing schoolwork, I forgot, because like I went to my dad's house that weekend, I forgot that I left up some tabs. And I left my computer unattended. I was like, man, I gotta poop. And I got up and I went to the bathroom. And I come, like, before I even, like, went back in the living room, I hear I'm sorry, not the living room. It was, like, this little den area, whatever the hell. And I hear, like, my dad be like, you're disgusting. And I'm like, he's probably talking to one of my siblings or something. You know, they're younger than me. They're probably picking their nose or digging up their butt, whatever. So I go into the living room and like he's looking at me with my laptop, just like turned to me, and he's like, "You want to talk about this?" He goes, "Cause you got Ava Divine hot Latina porn up," and I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm 19 at that time. Why are you touching my things, sir?" And he was like, "And you have multiple tabs." He's like, "Go on like incognito mode or something. Like, what is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Wait, hold on. How do you know her name? Because her name is not in the title." He was like, "I don't want to talk to you." I was like, I don't want to talk to you either.
Like, let's forget this conversation even happened.
Right.
But bringing it back around to music. What are some of y'all favorite artists? Like, who's y'all favorite artist overall?
Definitely G-Dragon. I miss him so much. He's fighting in the war right now, but he'll be back.
Don't say his name. It turns me on.
Pretty much anything that has like a poppin' beat. So it's hard to really describe it, but a lot of stuff from the 80s and 90s, those are like my true jams. I will listen to like Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses,
Just an old head, girl.
I am. I that's what I grew up with, and I guess it's just what stuck with me the most is just stuff from like 80s and 90s. TLC main stuff, so.
Favorite artist overall is Missy Elliott.
Yes.
Fight anyone who says differently. Missy Elliott was ahead of her time. She's an excellent rapper. She makes excellent beats. She's over here producing for everybody and anybody. Her music videos were phenomenal. Her best song is literally one of her best songs is literally about having sex. It's called Get Your Freak On. And just like 1 Minute Man was hilarious.
1 Minute Man is my favorite
amazing
song
at the
from
same
her.
time.
1 Minute Man is my favorite song from her.
And then and then every time she comes back out, or she comes back with a new one, it's like, girl, why you doing this to me? I ain't got the time. But yes, Missy Elliott is absolutely up there, and also like Outkast, and most 90s rap, West Coast rap only though. Like, I can't help it. I'm a California girl. I'm not in New York like Yahida and Kai. I don't have those same feelings about rappers from the East Coast. But 90s rap from West Coast,
rappers
Dog, Warren G, all them bros, Nate Dogg, I will fight anyone who's gonna tell me Nate Dogg is the best man for a hook. May he rest in peace. But let me end it before I start going on a rant. Alexis, Yahida, which one of y'all ladies' favorite artist?
Well, the only thing I can say is probably Melanie Martinez. And I say that only because I will not skip a song because I want to hear it. It's just my goal. I'm like, I will not skip it. I won't do it. Or Haley Williams because I love Paramore.
Yes.
So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, if the specific songs I love the most come on, it's playing. Whoever's around me, you just have to go through it. You don't like it, you just gotta go through it.
I will skip it. Listen to some Paramore. For that.
Paramore's great. I love them.
Oh my god, I don't know. I guess my top two would be Ghost Town because I know like 90% of their songs. Linkin Park and Cardi B because she got that energy and I love it. Like, I love it, yo. And I had to put her like down as my favorite, even though like I don't like all of her songs.
Mm-hmm.
I have high respect for her because one, she doesn't see other people as competition. She actually like gets along with other female artists. She's not trying to sit here and bully them down or make them like, I don't know, just ruin their career or ruin them in some way, shape, or form. And homegirl, she made it out like the dirt because the Bronx is ghetto, okay? Everybody in the Bronx is ghetto. Yes, my family members live there. Yes, they're ghetto as well. They are ghetto, homie. Like they are woo. But it's true, like, and I have like respect for her. I really do as like a person, and I could tell like she's actually not a bad person on the inside. She be wilding out sometimes.
Absolutely, looks like she would cut it. But Cardi B, absolutely, I have the highest respect for that woman's hustle. She's not my favorite rap artist, but her hustle, A+, triple S
she's
level.
Putting it down, bro. She is putting everything into it. I am happy for her, yo.
Her collabs are always great, always fun. WAP literally blew up the internet. If I had to, like, I liked making, like, Cardi B has some awesome lines on there. I just like making the Stallion line when she talked about changing her wig to make you think you cheating. I just thought that was the funniest line ever.
You remember I said that about Kai. I'm like, man, I need me a big Kai, yo. I need me a who's gonna like, she's gonna cosplay a different hoe every time we have sex. Okay? I wanna sit there and be on my phone like or my computer and Kai just like throws open the room door and she's like, you gonna get some of this garnet tonight? Yes, ma'am. Let me get down on my knees. All right.
It's like
put a bib on. Yes, yo, yes.
Different costumes every night.
A different every night, yo. I'm telling you. I am telling you, yo.
I feel like that's why Mystique from the X-Men would probably be the freakiest bitch ever. She could just be
she could be anything.
Want to be Beyonce tonight, baby?
Wait, she's okay. But I'd rather have somebody from Naruto because, again, a train ran on you by one person, technically.
her love of Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I don't love Shadow Clone Jutsu. I love Shadow Clone. All right? Come on, yo. What is better than one Itachi? 7. 7, all right? Ooh, yes, all right? I want him to look at me and put me in orgasm. What is it called? Genjutsu, bro. I'm coming for days, bro. I want him to sit there and be like, I'm going to fill every hole. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
That's me being honest, yo.
Yes. We are going to actually end our podcast here tonight. We want to thank you guys for listening in, being with us, sipping some tea with us. You can find us on our social medias on Instagram, Facebook. Just check the socials. We'll be there. Check out our Instagram, Sip Some Teas with Senpais. If you are listening to our podcast on Apple, Google, whatever, Spotify, make sure you subscribe there. Make sure you guys leave a comment, review, all that good stuff. So that way we know you guys like our stuff. We again want to thank you guys for being with us on this start of this incredible journey. And we want to thank you guys for listening in. There's a lot of thank yous. So I am your mediator senpai, Nyera.
Lovely senpai, Kai.
Awkward cat sleeping going. I'm hungry. Leave me alone. Elexus.
I am your violent, sexy, angry senpai Yahida. I am not for the gimmicks, okay? You have a good day.
And this has been Sipping with Senpais. You guys have a good night, okay?
Bye-bye.
My butt hurts.